Welcome back. Hello. I'm on another adventure. This time I'm headed north out of Las Vegas, and I'm going to Rachel, Nevada. If you're familiar with Rachel, Nevada, that is the closest town to Area 51. And the reason why I'm going isn't because I'm going there to storm Area 51. No, there's a racing company here in Las Vegas called Calico Racing, and one of their annual events is the ET Full Moon racing event, and they have different length races. I think they have a 5K, a 10K, a half marathon, a marathon, and then if you want to do an ultra, they have a 51K. So I've done this before, twice before. I've done the half marathon before, and I've also done, I think I did the 10K once. I think the last time I did it, I did the 10K, but the first time I did it, I did the half marathon, and that was one of my best half marathon times. So the cool thing about this running event, the starting time for the marathon and the 51K, the longer races are at midnight, and then the half marathon is at 12:30. So yeah, you start in the dead of night. The starting point is the Little Alien in Rachel, Nevada, and you run it along the Extraterrestrial Highway, and then you turn around and finish at the Little Alien. And it's cool because the Little Alien stays open all night, so you can get your post-race beer, or I mean, if you wanted, you could get your pre-race beer, I guess. The last two times that I've done this, I've taken the bus. They have a charter bus that you can take from downtown Las Vegas, but I figured, you know what, I have this great little adventure mobile. I'm just going to take it up there. I'll get there during the day, take some video, maybe take a nap in my car before the race starts, and then when the race ends, I'll take another nap. Alright, so we are exiting onto US 93, heading north towards Ely. This is a place that you can stop to get gas. There's really not a lot of places to get gas as you're heading towards Rachel, so it's important to be mindful of where to stop. Okay, I gassed up, topped off, and now the next place that you can catch gas on US 93 before you get to the town of Rachel is Alamo, Nevada. So Alamo, Nevada is about 75 miles from this Love's gas station, and then Rachel, Nevada is about 125 miles from that Love's gas station. I have actually been to Rachel, Nevada 5 times. First time, my husband and I went to the Little Alien, and we actually spent the night there. When we stayed there, the rooms were mobile home structures, and 2 rooms shared a bathroom. So it was not the picture of opulence, but I slept pretty good, actually. Second time we went there again, my husband and I went there. We did drive down the Groom Lake dirt road as far as a civilian who doesn't work at Area 51 can, and we did see the camo dudes, and we pulled off the side of the road when we turned around to drink a beer, and the camo dudes actually waved at us. I you not. They did. So I thought that was kind of cool. And then the third time we went to Rachel, Nevada, we took an RV with our friends and spent the night in the RV. And then the fourth time I've been to Rachel, Nevada was when I ran my half marathon there, and then the fifth time was when I went back and ran the 10K. So this will now be my 6th time going to Rachel, Nevada. And let me tell you, there's not really a lot to do. You know, of course, there's the whole mystery of Area 51. You know, it's kind of a letdown. Although, I will say this. If you have night vision, you will see all sorts of things that the naked eye won't see in the sky. Other than that, it's just barren. I mean, it's beautiful desert, but, you know, you see a couple of cows here and there, drive down a dirt road, see a sign that says military installation, use of deadly force authorized, don't take any pictures, blah, 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 blah. You get to that sign, you got to turn around. This road is so desolate. I've seen a number of cars coming from the opposite direction, but I haven't seen any cars going the direction I am in front of me or in back of me. Cool and a little eerie. But the cool thing about doing this race, this half marathon, is there's going to be a lot of people there in Rachel, Nevada tonight. It's a fun little community to be a part of. Most people dress up in, you know, weird alien attire. Everybody's got like all sorts of blinky lights on. We're running on the actual highway called the Extraterrestrial Highway. And yeah, it's actually called the Extraterrestrial Highway. But so you're running this race at night, and the highway has no lights. So one of the requirements is that you have to have a 360-degree reflective vest on so that cars will see you on the highway. So the road is not closed down. People still drive on the road while the race is happening. We're starting to come into the town of Alamo. It's a pretty big ranching community, so there's a lot of horses. I see horses out there, and I see cattle. Okay, we are officially in the town of Alamo. Right up here is a Sinclair Gas, where I'm going to top off again. The next place to get gas after Alamo, I believe you can get gas in Rachel, but the gas station is only open from, I think, like 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. And there's also a convenience store connected to this Sinclair gas station. Got some beef jerky at this store. They did have Area 51 jerky, but I didn't want a gimmick. I wanted beef jerky from this particular area. I figured that this is what this is, so pick out my big scary knife and open it up. All right. See what it tastes like. Okay, we are coming up to where we turn off of US 93 onto a Nevada 318. We're on Nevada 318 heading north. And when we hit junction 375, that's when we'll be on the Extraterrestrial Highway. This is where the road forks. So if you go to the right, you stay on Nevada 318. You go to the left, you get onto Nevada 375, which is the Extraterrestrial Highway. And, you know, we gotta stop here and get a selfie. Alright, there it is. There's the infamous Extraterrestrial Highway 375, Nevada 375 sign with the outline of, what is it, the SR-71, or I don't know. No, it's not SR-71. That's one of those military super secret aircraft. All right, then they're done that. Moving on. It's funny because people have put so many stickers on the sign that they've had to raise it up so that people can't put stickers on the sign anymore. So now there's just stickers all over the pole. One thing I would highly recommend is download the map to get to Rachel, Nevada, to your offline maps in Google. I realized I hadn't done that, so I drove up, was out of range, and then my Google started acting squappity, and I realized I hadn't downloaded the offline map because there's not a lot of service near Area 51. I wonder why. All right, this is one of my favorite signs on this road, the Extraterrestrial Highway, is the low-flying aircraft signs. I have yet to experience a low-flying aircraft on this road, but that would be pretty cool to get buzzed by some sort of experimental aircraft or, I don't know, an identified flying object. Okay, we can see Groom Lake Road as we're coming down this mountain pass. We'll get a better view of it as we get further down. But that's the road that takes you into Area 51. Okay, so you can see Groom Lake Road a lot better now, and you can also see a dust trail because somebody is headed down that road right now. There it is. That is Groom Lake Road right there. Back in the day, like a couple of years ago, these midnight races that they did actually started at the Blackmail Box and ended at the Alien, but I think they realized that it just made more sense to start at the little Alien and end there. I'll try and see if I can find the Blackmail Box, because I mean, no visit to Area 51 or outside of Area 51 is complete without checking out the Blackmail Box. Alright, I found it. I found the Blackmail Box. Ooh, there's all sorts of stuff in there. Huh. So this is it. This is the infamous Blackmail Box. It used to be Steve Medlin's mailbox, and I'm sure he got fed up with people wanting to talk to ET, that he probably has his mail delivered somewhere else, or he's got a P.O. box somewhere else. But yeah, this was also the place where they started the race a few years back. Gosh, it is so weird to be here all by myself. I'm usually here with my friend April or my husband Eric, and it's just me. And Gandhi's not with me either. Yeah, it is a it is a desolate place. But okay, so beyond that mountain range is Area 51. Yeah, there's not really much to it. It's a Blackmail Box in the middle of nowhere. Ta-da! All right, Blackmail Box checked off the list. Now onward to the little Alien. Oh, and if you're wondering if there's any service out here, no, there isn't any service out here. Little Alien has Wi-Fi, I know that. And I did actually check the AT&T and Verizon wireless coverage maps, and according to their maps, they do now have coverage in Rachel, so that'll be interesting to check out. Okay, I just saw the sign that said special event ahead, and that is for the races that are going to be held tonight. So we're just coming up over this mountain pass, and as we come down, we will start to see the town of Rachel, Nevada. Okay, so we just passed one aid station back there, and they had mile markers set up on the cones. That's probably for the Ultra, the 51K. This porta potty right here on the left, that's another aid station. Yep, I've got the water and the liquids all ready for this evening. Okay, what you see before you is the town of Rachel, Nevada. Good news. They have upgraded their cell service. I mentioned earlier that I looked at the cell service map, and there are, wow, we just got all 5 bars of LTE for AT&T. So that is impressive. Another Extraterrestrial Highway sign, but it's completely covered in stickers. Oh, these must be race workers. Oh yeah, that's the race director. Okay, very cool. So while I'm here and I've got daylight, I'm going to drive the course. So I'm going to show you what I'm running tonight. All right, so the course starts. They haven't set up the finish line yet. I think the finish line's going to be like around here somewhere. All right, so you start on this road that takes you into the little Alien. Set my trip odometer so that I can turn around at like 6.5. Okay. We're going to make a left onto the Extraterrestrial Highway and just run for 6.5 miles that way into the abyss. 0.1 miles in. 2 miles into the course. I still haven't seen an aid station. think all the aid stations are on the left. I think we're running on the left side of the highway. Okay, this must be an aid station because there's 2 porta potties up here. Or no, there's 1 porta potty with the door open up here. I don't think they've marked this part of the course yet. 3 miles. Yeah, they obviously haven't marked this part of the course yet because I don't see the cones with the mile markers like I did when we were coming in. Okay, this is 5.8 miles where that porta potty is. The turnaround is like 6.5 miles, I think. All right, we're at 6.1. 6.5. So this is about where we turn around. So there's a little dirt road right here. I'll bet this is the turnaround where this dirt road is. Like a Huey. Okay. Yeah, nobody's coming because nobody's on the effing road. And now we head back. We're 11 miles away from the finish line, heading back to the Little Alien. I can see their rented rider truck. Now they're headed up, probably to start marking the course that I just traveled. Yep, I see the cones back there. And that's it. We are at 13.4 miles. I probably went a little bit further. Ah, yes, there's the finish sign. Woohoo! All right. And like I said, somewhere here they'll have the big old finish line thing constructed. So I made it to the Little Alien. I'm sitting in the back of my car right now. Probably going to try to take a nap. I don't know if that's going to be successful or not. I just met somebody who came all the way from New York, and they've been here since yesterday to run the race. And I guess they've been a little worried that it's actually happening because they haven't seen any signs of race activity. And I alleviated their fears and said, yeah, it's happening. I saw the race director with a couple of volunteers setting up the mile markers. So don't worry, it's happening. And when the people start getting bussed in from Las Vegas, it is going to be hopping. So the sun went down. I'm in my car. I have my bug net up to get some fresh air coming through both of the windows. And I'm just gonna lay down, maybe catch a quick snooze before the start of the race. And yeah, this is kind of cool, actually. It's a lot better than coming in the bus, I have to say. So the sun has gone down and there's a little bit more activity happening.
There you go. And Recall?
That's me.
Ladies medium?
That's me.
Like that.
Thank you.
And your timing chip goes on your shoe.
Right. Okay. I got my packet, my shirt, my glow stick, and my timing chip for my shoe. So I'm going to go ahead and put that on. And yeah, there's people showing up, and it's just a little bit before 11. So the packet has the bib and the timing chip. The timing chip goes on your shoe. That's what those ties are for. And then at the bottom of the manila folder, there's safety pins to attach the bib to your shirt. So those are the buses that are shipping people in from Vegas. Pulling up right now. And here's the finish line all lit up. So I'm chugging some Red Bull. Don't usually do that, but it is a midnight race, so every little thing helps. And there's another bus coming in. A bus pulled in before this one. And there's a bunch of people in cars coming in. As deserted as this looked earlier, it is definitely a hoppin' race.
If you are running any distance other than what you registered for, say you're in the 51K, you're dropping down to the marathon, you'll make that decision at your roughly mile, let's call it 20. But right when you cross the finish line, if you were in the 51K, you decided to drop to the marathon, immediately tell my timer right here. So a couple other things. The road is open. So we do allow for headphones. Just make sure it's a volume that you could hear around you. We also do require that your headlamps not only are on, like on your body, but they are actually turned on. It's not only to see, but to be seen. Go!
Runners, turn your headlights on. Not all of you have headlights on. Make sure your headlights are on, runners. Thank you.
They just sent off the 51K and the marathon, the half marathon, and I think the other races have about 20 minutes.
Make room for the half marathon starting in just under 5 minutes. So as you're working your way into the starting corral, take a look down at your shoe. Make sure that your timing chip is firmly attached to your shoe only. Going in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, we've started the half marathon, and I'm taking it easy. Okay, I'm almost at the turnaround, which is like 6.55 miles. I think I'm coming up to it right now, or the aid station right before the turnaround. Okay, I made it to the turnaround. I'm coming up on 8 miles, and I run faster downhill. So I made up a little bit of time, but it's still not going to be any record-setting half marathon, that's for sure. And not my best effort because I haven't been running that long recently. Kind of been away from it for a few years. But it's really cool because we're running on the highway, and I've got this kind of stretch between me and the runner in front of me and the runner behind me. And it's, I don't know, it's pretty cool. Check it out. So that's in front of me. And those are the runners behind me. And there's nobody around me right now. All right, well, it is a race, so I need to shut up and stop walking and get back to running, because there's a beer at the finish line waiting for me. I'm at mile 13. I'm almost at the finish line. Okay, about to cross the finish line here. 0.1 miles. Under 3 hours, I'm so happy. Woo!
You want a white one or a blue one?
Alright, I got my medal. I finished under 3 hours. Alright, I finished. I changed out of my racing clothes, and now I'm gonna go in and get a beer to reward myself. Those lights that you see on the highway, those aren't cars. Those are runners that are still on their course, probably the 51K and the marathon. And by the way, it's getting really cold, so sorry if the camera is shaking, but that's because I'm shivering. So I just had my celebratory beer at the Little Aliens bar. Now I'm in my car with the heater blasting because it was so cold at the end of the race, and they had the air conditioning blasting in the Little Aliens bar, and then the beer was cold. Anyway, I'm in my car. I'm exhausted. It's 4:30, and I think I'm gonna crawl in the back of the car, try to take a nap for a few hours, and head back. All of these races are supposed to be, I think the cutoff time for everything is 8 a.m. So yeah. And I'm just really happy that I knocked it out in under 3 hours. I know some people are like, oh my God, 3 hours for a half marathon. But I did it, and I'm happy, and that's all that matters. So I'm not in competition with anybody else, but just to feel good and to move forward. With that said, I'm going to go take a nap. I look wonderful. So I didn't really sleep, but I did lie down and rest, and that was good enough because my body needed it. It is 6 a.m. and I'm going to head out. I'm glad I did this. I probably don't look like I'm glad I did this, but I am glad that I did this. This was fun. All right, well, thank you so much for joining me on this interesting adventure to the Little Alien just outside of Area 51, and me running a half marathon in the middle of the night. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, please do subscribe and hit the bell for notifications for whatever my next adventure is going to be. I have no idea what that'll be. Bye.